Hey guys, so I'm finishing up a momcation. I have my kids here at the hotel with me on my last day of my getaway, but real quick I wanted to just kind of talk through with you guys some of the things that really helped me to be able to refresh and kind of unwind during this time. So I'm gonna set you up right here. Let's see. Okay, cool. So one of the things that helped me to unwind was giving myself permission to do nothing. I'm a high productivity, get stuff done type of person, and I didn't realize how long it would take me to actually come down from that. So I had to give myself a chance to just do nothing in the beginning. My do nothing took about a day and a half because I couldn't even relax until I actually had spent enough time doing nothing. I hope that makes sense. So I would give anybody advice who's doing the momcation, if it's your first one, give yourself permission to do nothing when you first get to the hotel or the Airbnb or wherever you're gonna stay, because if you don't, then you may feel guilty for taking the break. But if the goal of the break is nothing, everything else is a plus. So I definitely would encourage any mom to give yourself a chance to binge watch your favorite shows, have your favorite snacks, and do nothing. After I had spent about a day or so doing that, I recognized that the second thing that I needed to do was allow myself to face the guilt. So guilt comes along, at least for me, with walking away from my family and work and taking a break. This was my first momcation, so for me, I had to be okay with, okay, you feel guilty for being away. I have a husband, so man, you're putting a lot on him. And so what I had to do was face the guilt and say, I'm not walking away from my family. What I'm actually doing is walking towards myself. The momcation, one of the main purposes for me is to kind of come back to myself, my thoughts. If there's habits or ways of thinking or whatever that I've kind of been running away from, it was a chance for me to think through those things and face those things. So I needed that, but I couldn't do that if I was just walking around feeling guilty. So I had to face the guilt by calling it out. No, I'm not leaving my kids. My kids are safe, they're happy, they're healthy. What I'm actually doing is walking towards myself. And those checkouts and those recovery moments are really, really important. Third thing I would say is if you could kind of put in at least one thing. Shh. The third thing I would say is if you could choose one thing that you would be proud of that you accomplished in your momcation, do that thing. For me, it was exercising. I'm like, if I can exercise at least one time during this momcation, I will feel like I soared. Exercising makes me feel better about myself in general, especially because I've gained quite a bit of quarantine weight. And so for me, I was super proud of my 25-minute workout where I actually sweated and, you know, got my heart rate up for a little while. What would be that thing for you? Would that be reading a book? Would that be, I don't know, calling your mom, someone you haven't talked to in a while? What would that be for you? So those are just a couple of things that really helped to make my momcation great. I'd love to hear from you guys. Have you ever taken a momcation? What are some of the things that you would do during your momcation that would really make you feel like you are killing it and you have used the time well? So I feel very refreshed, and this is kind of a bonus, but something I noticed about coming away from the busyness of home is I am able to now be able to tell when I'm ramping back up, because I was so wired from going, and now that I reintroduced myself back into my home environment, I can tell, hey girl, you need to bring it back down. Hey, you're getting a little bit too wrapped up, which I couldn't tell when I was in the middle of the busyness. So coming away from the busyness helps you to really recognize and just kind of, you know, I think it's healthy. I think it helps. So I hope you guys got something out of this. I just could not leave here without recording this. But I pray you guys are having a really, really good day. good week whenever you're watching this. And I'd love to hear back from you guys on taking a break from it all. Love you guys. Oh, don't forget to visit itspriscillab.com. I do a giveaway every month and I announce the winner on my podcast and on Instagram. Don't Be Useless Podcast is a podcast that I lead. And so I'd love to see you there at itspriscillab.com and join my mailing list. See y'all.